So me and my roommate in prison, Katori, she had one of those little tiny TVs. But we were watching The Bachelor. That was our show. We just loved to watch it. And they called 9 o'clock count. And it happened to be during the rose ceremony. She and I were locked into this TV. Like, I had one earbud and she had the other earbud. And we were just locked in. Like, we needed to know. But during count time, the 9 o'clock count specifically, you had to stand up at the front of your cube. You had to hold your little ID and say your name and blah, blah, blah. And you absolutely could not watch TV, read a book, do anything except for stand there. But it was during the rose ceremony. Chris Harrison had just come out to tell us that this was the final rose, ladies, even though we could see it clearly that it was the final rose. We had been kind of like darting back to the TV and then going to stand and darting back, but since it was at this pivotal moment, we were both so locked in that we forgot to run back and like keep an eye out for the officer who would be coming around to count us. All of a sudden, this girl who is in the opposite cube from us, she starts coughing. She's like, like she's making all these horrible sounds in her throat, and like distractedly I hear her and I'm thinking, dang, Miss Mary needs to get some water. It's getting like louder and louder, and all of a sudden we hear the officer and she says, Mary, what's wrong? Why are you coughing like this? And Mary was like, I'm just dry. I thought I had something in my throat. But her saying that gave us the opportunity to take our earbuds out and go stand at the front of our cube. Like, we had just been there all along with our little prison IDs. Like, we weren't watching the final rose ceremony. There were a couple other people who had observed this whole thing, and they were trying so hard not to laugh. They were, and like all of us were just trying to fix our face before the officer saw us. The officer looked at us and she just went and just kept walking. So we were saved.